Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
This video is sponsored by Toyhax.com. Toyhax is your one-stop shop for reproduction decals for vintage G1 Transformers and upgrade decals for your modern box. Weaponry for your figures from the Toyhax Armory, and great-looking backdrops for your display from Toy Stages. When you visit Toyhax.com, make sure and use my monthly promo code to save 15% off your order. That's 15% off when you use my promo code right here. So visit Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. Toyhax, making Transformers look amazing since 1999. Tell them Patriot Prime sent you. And now, on to the video. The feature bot in this video is the brand new Transformers Age of the Primes Maximal Big Convoy. The perfect figure for this snowy, icy weather that we're dealing with right now. Now, I got to give a huge shout out to my friend Bert the Stormtrooper because I had no intention on buying this figure. I'm not familiar with the character whatsoever, but his review sold me on him. So, Bert, I blame you. So anyway, let's take a quick look at the packaging. We've got Big Convoy himself right there behind the big plastic window. Great looking artwork of Big Convoy in robot mode, mammoth mode, Transformers Age of the Primes, Maximal Big Convoy, transforms in 29 steps. This side of the box features some great looking artwork of Big Convoy in robot mode, looking like a Viking right there. Back of the packaging is product shots showing Big Convoy in robot mode, beast mode, and with his big old mega cannon. This side of the box is statues of the 13 primes that we've seen since day one. So now, without further ado, let's get Big Convoy opened up out of his packaging and check him out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews.
They call me Patriot Prime, showing what's new. Transformers Reviews with a heartfelt view. Adding stickers, breathing life to dreams.
Now, once you get Big Convoy all opened up and out of the packaging, you'll see that he does come with a sheet of instructions that, as usual, is very well illustrated and easy to follow. He also comes with this big back and trunk section for his mammoth mode that converts into a giant gun that we'll go over later on. He also has a smaller white gun. He has these two boomerang hook missile things, and then he has two tusks, a left and a right. And we're going to go ahead and install those. On the back of the figure here, you'll see these pegs. Just get those installed like so. Just peg in, and then you kind of line them up, make sure they're facing the right direction. There is a little crack in the tusks, kind of where they're assembled. Make sure those face forward, and you're good to go. And there you have Big Convoy, looking quite impressive. This, no pun intended, is a beast of a figure. He is just massive. I mean, he's on the smaller side for a leader class, but he's just so solid. I mean, this is an awesome looking figure. Now, bringing him in for a closer look, I absolutely love the head sculpt right there. He's got kind of a metallic blue paint for the helmet, white face, yellow eyes, silver for the crest. He's got these white horns. He looks very Viking looking, especially if you take the section here and flip over and kind of give him these furry shoulder pauldrons. I love the look of this. Very primitive. I dig it. So anyway, we do have missile pods right there on the back that I think looks awesome. The chest is red. We got a Maximal insignia right there in the center. Nice paint applications with this figure, and they're kind of off kilter here. For example, we got a red arm on this side, silver on this, gold for the little center sections here. Moving on down to the forearms, we got some silver with some red wiring, where this forearm is white with some red stripes. A little bit of gold there on the crotch, black legs. Shins are white, with little gold accents there. And he's got black feet and cleans up pretty good, but he's very kibbly, and the kibbleness just adds to his beefiness, his impressiveness, because he's got a lot going for him. So let's get into articulation. Let's see, I've already showed the shoulder pauldrons can move up and down, revealing the missile pods if you want. The arms can go out and in. Complete 360. There's a butterfly joint for each one, so you can bring these arms in like so. There is a bicep rotation, bicep bend, and wrist rotation there. There's waist rotation. Legs go forward, legs go back. They are going to hit on the mammoth legs that hang off the back. We'll get into that in a second as well. Legs also go out, in, knee bend, rotation, and ankle tilt. Now, with the legs here on the side, the mammoth legs, you can actually flip these around if you'd like. And with the details that they have, it looks like there are missile pods in the bottom of the feet. So he could have like these hip missiles here, and I believe with the peg, not the peg, the little port right there, you know, add some blast effects. So you got little extra cannons on the side. So speaking of hidden weaponry, he does have some hidden features. Let me get these wrapped back around. I don't like how they stick out so far, but they kind of even out with the pauldrons right there. So more hidden weaponry inside his wrists. You flip these down, and he has these little tonfas. If I can get it to pop out. So pull those out, and do that on both sides. So he's got these hidden tonfa weapons right there. It's pretty cool. I wish there was a little bit more length to them, but it's a neat feature. Now you really want to give him some tonfas. You can actually take the tusks from the back, and there is a peg right here beside the tonfa. Let me flip that in. You can peg that in and give him these massive hook tusk weapons if you like, but there's a lot of weight on that. Kinda like my saw. Well, maybe not. Get it locked in place, but if it's not locked in there good, it's going to droop. So that's a neat feature for an extra added weapon. More hidden features is that he does come with a matrix. Just pop the chest open here, and there is a gold and red matrix right there. You can pop that out if you'd like. Just pegs into the chest. It's got two handles. I believe it's all gold, painted red, a little black right there. Maybe it's black, painted gold with some red. But anyway, you can put these in his hands, and that's where the butterfly joints will come into play. And he can wield the Matrix of Leadership. At least I think that's the Matrix of Leadership in Beast Wars. Now moving on to other weaponry. Let me go ahead and get the Matrix removed. We'll place that to the side for now. He does have this little pistol right here. Put the arms back so he can wield that in either hand if you'd like. Kind of a tight fit. Kind of a small blaster for such a big figure, but he gets a much bigger blaster later on. Now this little blaster here is blast effect compatible. Just peg it into the tip, and there you go. Then we have these little hook missiles, or boomerangs, or whatever you want to call them. These are actually throwbacks to the original toy. That figure had larger versions of these that hid in the hips, that you could actually flip these sections out and they would fire. But unfortunately, there's no spring-loaded gimmick with these, so you can either place them in his hands like some kind of, like I said, boomerang or hook. Man, it's a tight fit. So he's got that. It's not the best right there. You can also store them on the side of his legs, kind of a throwback to the original toy. There's a little peg right here on the hook that can peg into the hole on his leg. You can shut it around like so. So you've got that going on. So you got a blaster, you got tonfas, you got leg missiles, you got thigh missiles, you got missiles on the shoulders. This guy is just jacked with weaponry. But we're not done yet. Let me get this one pegged in. And we'll move on to the giant trunk gun or mega cannon or whatever they call it. It's different. So here we have the whole back of the mammoth. We got the trunk, we got the head, we got the back, we got the tail. To convert this to a gun, what you're going to do is take these sections here, bring these out, take the head section with the trunk, pull this out like so, take the trunk and kind of fold it in on itself, like that. Flip this section down, fold the little tail. Now the tail section will go back here. And what am I missing? Oh yeah, you will flip out. Oh, here we go. You gotta fold this down, then bring this down, kind of a bipod looking thing. Now you've got this handle right here. You're gonna flip down. Let's see, and then we're gonna rotate these around, kind of like blast shields or something. And there you have this giant, wild-looking bipod stand weapon. This is just goofy as hell. A throwback to the original toy. What you do, like I said, there's the peg you flip down right there. Get his arm straight. Move the arm up. Peg that in like so. And there you go. That's something else. Let's see, fold that down more. I wish the tail would actually fold up into this section here, but alas, it does not. There is some sculpted detailing on the insides of the mammoth portion that you can see right there. Now with these blast shields, I guess you can kind of rotate these however you'd like, but they kind of fit better like that. I don't see how he sees the fire. But yeah, there you go. And it doesn't really have any other function other than being a big, goofy looking gun. Now, it is blast effect compatible as well, but the way this is shaped, it just doesn't hold the blast effects right. Let me get that off there. So you can kind of peg one in up here, but that kind of pushes it down a little. And then you got this one here you can peg in, kinda, but the shape of it, you can't get it in all the way, and you can't really put in two blast effects, and the larger blast effects don't work. You have to use a skinny one like this. So get it in, get him all mounted up and whatever, and there you got Big Convoy all armed and ready for battle. Now I guess if you want, you can take the little blaster and it will peg in right there on top for a little extra added firepower. But man, that's goofy looking, but my God, is this figure ready for a fight. Guns and missiles and boomerangs and tonfas and tusks, oh my. Now let's get Big Convoy transformed into his beast mode. I've removed all of his weapons. I still have the little red boomerang hooks attached because I want to show where those go in beast mode. And before I get started, there is one more place you can store the giant trunk weapon. See, it's got a port right there. There's a peg on his back that's on a hinge. You can bring that down and attach this, but man, it just makes the figure a mess. So I didn't show it off, but there's an option for you. All right, on to transformation. First thing you want to do is take the horns right here on Big Convoy, press those into his head like so. Turn the head around, and then you're going to take these shoulder pauldrons here. You're going to flip these around and up, and what you're going to do is bring these together. You got these little panels right here. These are going to fold up and peg together just like so, and then this whole thing is going to collapse over Big Convoy's head just like so. So you can kind of see that's the elephant head going on right there. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and move these mammoth legs out of the way, fold those around, bring the arms up. Those are going to fold up into his back. And then rotate these around so the furry section, the mammoth part, is facing out. And there we go. Go ahead and bring these up and over. They're going to peg in later on, so they kind of unfold, bring up and around. So now, for the legs, what we're going to do is take the shins, open the shins up, take the toes, fold the toes up into the, there was a hole right there where the shin was, and bring these back in place. Go ahead and unfold this section right here. Once again, open up the shins, fold the toes in, collapse that back. There's the heel spur. Just fold the heel spur up into the foot like so. Now we're going to open up this panel here. It pegs in right there. So just open that up, flip it around. Go ahead and take the red missile hook things And see the circle right there? Just peg those in here, and that gives you storage for mammoth mode. Same here on the other side. Unpeg from the leg, take this off, and go ahead and peg it right there in that circle. Make sure it fits around the little molded section here. There we go. And now what we're going to do is at the knee right there, you want to rotate the leg section. Make sure you do it at the knee because you're going to have to bend that here in a minute. So once again, you're going to rotate around, making sure that knee joint is facing up. And then you're going to go ahead and tab the shins together. There's tabs here at the top, tabs at the bottom. Get those tabbed together just like so. Now we got that going on. Go ahead and get the arms out of the way. Now you're going to bend the legs at the knee joint just like so. Or have I done it? I'm bending the wrong way. There we go. Yeah, make sure this is the bottom of the mammoth. So bend down. So you've got that going on. Kind of get these out of the way for now. Now you're going to bring the arms down, and there's little ports right there on the arms that's going to peg in right there. So there's one, and then there's the other. So let's see, we got everything looking good. So now you're going to bring this around. This is the belly now, and just kind of fold it over. There's some clips right here, right there and there. Match those up. Take this section here, go ahead and bring that down. Same here on the other side. Rotate around, bring this down. And then you just kind of fiddle with it and get it in place. There's a tab right there that goes inside the leg here. Right here, this white section. So bring this up. Get that tabbed in. A lot of panels you're maneuvering around. Once you get that tabbed in, everything's always more difficult on camera. That tabbed in. Bring this down, and that will actually tab in as well, if I can get it. There we go. That's in place, that's in place. Do it here on the other side. Bring this down, get that tabbed in. There we go. Just kind of fiddle with it until everything pops into place. Just like so. There we go. You'll definitely hear those click in place when you got it right. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the robot mode. Now we bring in the whole trunk and back section, and you just line up the different pegs. You got peg here, port there, and just squeeze it into place. Get everything tabbed in. Bring the ears out. Tab the head down. Bring the trunk down. And there we have Big Convoy. Let's get that tail out. Big Convoy in his mammoth mode. And once you get him all transformed and he is all tabbed together, this is a solid figure. I swear I could chunk him across the room and it wouldn't do anything to him. He is beefy, solid, and he looks really good. I love all of the sculpted fur. Got the mammoth eyes painted in right there. Got the ears, the trunk, which can move up and down. Yeah, it's got a little bit of articulation. You got a joint there. There's a joint right here on the tip. Let's see, is there any rotation? Nope. Ears can flap. Front legs move forward and back. Back legs are locked in position, and you got the tail that can move. So he doesn't have a lot of articulation, but like I said, he is solid and heavy. Now we got one more weapon right here, the gun, and it pegs in. Use the handle. There's a port right there on the inside. Just peg that into his gut. And now you have all of the weapons stored in mammoth mode. So yeah, really, really cool looking Mammoth. Interesting transformation, can be a pain in the ass as you saw, but it's all about just getting those panels squeezed together. The big issue is underneath, because you can see all of the robot mode right there. And yeah, it is what it is, but still, I think it's a really cool beast figure. It would be neat if there was some kind of something right there that was a weapon, like when he lifts his trunk up, there's like a missile or something. That would have been cool. But all in all, I am really impressed with Big Convoy, and I'm so glad I added him to my collection. And now for some quick size comparisons, here is Transformers Age of the Prime's Big Convoy with Beast Wars Optimus Primal, Kingdom Optimus Primal, and Legacy Lio Convoy. Transformers Age of the Prime's Big Convoy is a fun Transformers toy. I am enjoying this figure way more than I thought. Robot mode is great. It's really kibbly, but it just adds to his imposing nature, especially with all of his weaponry, with the missile launchers, the missile pods, the tonfas. I mean, this guy is loaded for battle. His big cannon, I think, is a little goofy, but it's a throwback to the original toy. Transformation is fun, and the Mammoth mode, man, you could throw that thing across the room, and I think it would just put a hole in the wall. It is solid and well built. So once again, I have to give a huge, big Convoy shout out to my friend Bert the Stormtrooper for talking me into this figure. So what do you guys think of Big Convoy? Let me know in the comments below. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're in any position to help out the channel, I do have a super thanks button, and I also offer channel memberships. And I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to all my current channel members, because it's your support that helps keep this channel going. Once again guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!
They call me Patriot Prime, showing what's new. Transformers reviews with a heartfelt view. Adding stickers, bringing life to dreams. In this small town, nothing's as it seems.